Now let us study manufacturing at Patanjali. So we have a question on manufacturing now. At Patanjali factory there are three types of machine, M1, M2 and M3. Each of which produces 25%, 35% and 40% of the total products respectively. So if I say considering all the products it's 100%, there are only three machines in Patanjali. One produces 25% of the total, second produces 35% of the total and the third produces 40% of the total. Add 40 plus 35 plus 25, 100. Each of this machine produces what? 2%, 4% and 5% defective products respectively, which means machine M1, which produces 25% of the total products, produces 2% of the products which are defective. Similarly, M2 produces 4% and M3 produces 5%. So these are all the defective products that are being produced by this machine depending upon their efficiencies. So what do I understand from this? If I say Patanjali manufactures only 100 products, we replace 100% by say 100 products. Then 25 products will be manufactured by M1, 35 products will be manufactured by M2 and 40 products will be manufactured by M3. 2% of that is defective, which means out of this 25 products, 2% are defective. Now what is 1% of 25? What is 1% of 25? 0.25, correct? 0.25 is a 1%. So what is 2%? 0.5. 0.5% or you can say 0.5 product by taking 100 as an example would be defective. Similarly, I will say 1.40. How? What is 1% of 35? 0.35. What will be 4%? 0.35 into 4, okay, which comes out to be 1.40. If I look at it in terms of percentage, 1.40%. If I say there are 35 products, then I will say 1.4 product will be defective. Then what is happening? 5% of 40%. What is 5% of 40%? 10% is 4. So 5% is 2. Which means if I say 40%, I'll say 2%. If I say 40 products, I'll say 2 products are defective. So total in 100, if I add 40 plus 35 plus 25 in 100% product, how many percent are defective? Let's just check this, which is equal to 0.5 plus 1.4 plus 2. So total products that are defective or the total percent of the product that are defective, if I consider 100%, would be 3.9. So 3.9% of the total 100% product are defective. The question is asking me percentage of non-defective products. That's it. 100 minus defective. Okay, 100 minus defective will be the answer to the percentage of non-defective products. So if I solve this by 100%, I do get the answer for it. Okay, because even the sum come out to be 100%. So my 100 is the total products that are being produced by Patanjali. Out of that, 3.9% are defective, so remaining 97.1% are non-defective products. Okay, so just solve this by method of percentage and it is easier to get answer to such questions. 97.1% of the total products will be non-defective because 3.9% are defective products. Let's understand the next manufacturing that Patanjali is going through. Now next we have an energy drink that is called as Furti. Now Patanjali has a thought of coming up with an energy drink called as Furti, and the main ingredient of this drink will be sugarcane. So that this will be an energy drink. Mainly the ingredient will be sugarcane. The total cost of setting up the factory for Furti is rupees 1 crore. So that is a fixed cost that will be required. Now what is given to me? Selling price. For better understanding of expense, its selling price is given in terms of kg and not liter. So even being a drink, the selling price is given to be as it will be sold at rupees 18 per kg. Why are we doing it in kg? Because it will be easier to find, because the costing will also be given in kg now. What is given now? The manufacturing cost. The manufacturing cost of making this is rupees 3.2 per kg. So raw material will cost rupees 3.2 per kg. Okay, then what else is an expense to make this drink? Labor and packaging charges will cost rupees 1.8. Okay, so that is also clear per kg. Maintenance and utilities will cost rupees 2 per kg. Okay, so that will be one more cost, and general expense will be rupees 3 per kg. So what is the total cost that is being required to make 1 kg of Furti? That will be equal to rupees 10. And mind you, we are just comparing all the kgs here. So I will be requiring rupees 10 to make 1 kg of Furti, and I will be selling this at rupees 18. So what is the profit? Simple. What is the profit per kg? The profit per kg will be equal to selling price, which is nothing but rupees 18 minus the cost price. What is the cost price? Rupees 10. So this is rupees 18 minus rupees 10. This simple is rupees 8 is the profit. Rupees 8 is the profit that I am getting on selling 1 kg of Furti. That is my profit. But then comes government. I'll have to pay taxes to that. This is a gross profit. I'll have to pay tax, so that my net profit will be different. 20% of whatever is my profit goes as a tax. So what am I left with? I'll be left with 80%, because 20% of it will go as a tax. What is 80% of 8? That is nothing but 6.4. Now that is the net profit that I'll earn by selling Furti on 1 kg. On every 1 kg that I am selling of Furti, I'll earn a profit of rupees 6.4. And how much am I selling right now? The factory will produce 5,000 tons per annum. So how much is this kg? 5,000 into 1,000, that comes out to be 50 lakh kg. That is what I'll be selling, and on every kg, what is the profit that I am earning? Rupees 6.4. Rupees 6.4 is the profit that I am earning on every kg that I am selling. So what is the total profit that I'll earn? 50 lakhs into 6.4. Okay, and 50 lakhs into 6. Let us just first multiply this for the ease of calculation, is equal to 3 crore. And 50 lakhs into 0.4 will be equal to what? 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs. So 3 lakh 20 crore is the total output or the total earnings that I'll be getting from making Furti. Okay, so that's, I hope it clears, because he's asking me the net profit of the production. So net profit will be nothing but 3.2 crores. Okay, and this is as simple as that. We start with the manufacturing unit of Furti. What is being said here? Manufacturing unit of Furti has total of 12 machines of equal efficiency in the factory. So the manufacturing unit has 12 machines, has given number from 1 to 12, and all the 12 are of equal efficiency, which means they are equally efficient. If this produces 10 products in the time, say 1 hour, this will also produce 10 Furti in the time of 1 hour. So they are equally efficient. What else? Annual manufacturing expense are rupees 24,000. So their manufacturing expenses or cost are rupees 24,000. Okay, this is for 12 machines together. Establishment charges are rupees 10,000. Okay, and the annual output of the company is 48,000, which means with this 12 machines I am incurring a cost of 24,000 and I am getting an output of 48,000. What else is given to me? Annual output and the manufacturing costs are directly proportional to each other. Now what is the meaning of this? I am saying that the annual output and the manufacturing costs are directly proportional to each other, which means more the number of machines, more will be the cost that will be required, right? Okay, and lesser the number of machines, lesser will be the cost required. Similarly, more the number of machines, more will be the annual output, and lesser the number of machines, lesser will be the annual output. So annual output and manufacturing costs are directly proportional to the number of machines. More machines, more output. Less machines, less output. More machines, more costing. Less machines, less costing. That's how they are directly proportional to each other. What else? Shareholders get 10% profit, which is directly proportional to the output of the company. So the profit will be dependent upon what? Output. More the output, more the profit. And shareholders get a part of the profit, which is 10% of the profit, which is dependent upon the output. So more the output, more will be the profit, more will be the 10% of the profit that shareholders are getting. Now let's just, this statement is not required. 8.33 machine, let's just go to this. The percentage decrease in the amount to shareholder is, that is my question now. The percentage decrease in the amount to shareholder is, it means if the number of machines are increased or decreased, what will be the number, what is the percentage decrease in the profit amount that the shareholder is getting? If I keep on changing the number of machines, how will this affect my output and then eventually shareholders profit? So let us understand how do we solve this now. So I have how many machines now? First 12 machines. So I'll make a table which will be representing machine and what is dependent, annual output and manufacturing cost. Manufacturing cost and annual output both are dependent upon the number of machines. So if I have 12 machines, what is the manufacturing expense? What is the manufacturing cost that will be required? That is 24,000 given in the problem. What is the output? How many Furti bottles that they will produce? That will produce 48,000 worth Furti. So what do I know? 12 machines, the manufacturing cost is 24,000. So for one machine, the manufacturing will be 24 divided by 12, that is 2,000, right? For one machine, the additional manufacturing cost that is incurred is 2,000. Now the output is 48,000 for 12 machines. So for one machine, the output that is given will be what? 4,000. That is also quite clear right now. Can you guess this now? Because for 48,000, correct, is the output given by 12 machines. So one machine is giving me an output of 4,000. Okay, now what is happening? Instead of 12 machines, I am keeping 11 machines. So 11 machines will give me what? Manufacturing of 22,000 and an output of 44,000. How is this happening now? Let's just guess. Per machine, I require an expense of 2,000. So if I reduce the machine from 12 to 11, the manufacturing expense will reduce by 2,000. So for 11 machines, the manufacturing expense will be 22,000. The cost will reduce. But so will the output reduce. Per machine gives an output of 4,000. So if I reduce the number of machines from 12 to 11, the output will reduce from 48 to 44,000. Because I am reducing one machine, the output is getting reduced by 4,000. Now, what is the profit that I am getting? Now, there are establishment charges which are a fixed cost which will go irrespective of number of machines. Even if you put one machine, the cost will be 10,000. So that is something that is a fixed cost that is unavoidable. So what is the total cost? If I have 12 machines, what is the total cost? 24,000 will be my manufacturing cost plus 10,000 will be my establishment charges. So 24,000 plus 10,000 will be 34,000 per annum will be my costing that is being required to make this. And 48,000 I'll get it as an output because I'm working on 12 machines. So 48,000 minus 34,000 comes out to be 14,000. So 14,000 will be my profit if I go for 12 machines. Similarly, if I just go for 11 machines, and not 12 machines, what will be my profit? So 22,000 will be the manufacturing expense plus 10,000 will be the establishment charges. So 32,000 will be the manufacturing cost. 32,000 will be the manufacturing cost and 44,000 will be the output. So 44 minus 32 comes out to be 12,000 will be my profit in this case. Shareholders always get 10% of the profit. So in case of 12 machines, shareholders will get for 10% of 14,000, which is nothing but 1,400. In case of 11 machines, they will get 10% of 12,000 profit, which is 1,200. The question is asking me percentage decrease in the amount to shareholder is. If the output is dependent upon the number of machine, then what is a percentage decrease in the output dependent profit that the shareholders are getting? So what is the percentage decrease in the amount to the shareholder? So initially with 12 machines they were getting the profit of 1,400. Now with 11 machines they are getting a profit of 1,200. So profit is reduced by 200. 200 is reduced over 1,400. You know the concept of percentage decrease. 200 is reduced over 1,400. 200 is what percent of 1,400? So this is nothing but 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is nothing but 14.28% will be the percentage decrease in the amount which is received by shareholders. Okay, so the question asking me mainly about the output which is dependent upon the number of machines and the profit which is eventually depend upon the output and the manufacturing cost, and how will that changing output change the profit that is being received by the shareholders. So that's how you compare their proportions and get the final answer to what is a percentage decrease in the profit that is being received by the shareholders. See, they are not asking you increase. If they would have asked you increase, I would have went from 12 to 13 machines. If I increase the number of machines, how will the profit be given to the shareholders? It will be an increasing profit, but they are asking you percentage decrease, which means if I reduce the number of machines, what will be the percentage decrease in the profit that is being received by your shareholders? Okay, that's how you analyze. How do you start with such problems?